Calgary runner 76 sets the marathoning bar with his fifth six-star medal. This is an article by Marty Klinkenberg and read to you by an AI-generated voice. Article has been corrected. Tapantosh Chakrabarty's first marathon was nearly his last. More than halfway through the 42-kilometer race in 2000 in Vancouver, he felt fine. The last 10 kilometers, not so much. I could feel muscles in my legs tightening up here and there, Chakrabarty said this week from Calgary, out of which he worked for Imperial Oil and its parent company Exxon for more than 35 years. Then it started to feel like my brain was shaking. By the time he finished, he was in so much pain that he was unable to walk straight. To go forward, he had to go sideways over and over like a crab. I told myself I would never do it again, he said. The next day, he returned to work and was such a physical mess that co-workers asked him what was wrong. When I told people I had just run a marathon, their jaws dropped, Chakrabarty said. Then Chakrabarty, who was born in Bangladesh and came to Canada in 1975, had a change of heart. After 3 or 4 days, the pain subsided and I felt good, he said. My brain is as clear as the sky overhead. He is 76 now and has run 70 marathons, one 90-kilometer ultramarathon in Durban, South Africa. He has competed in marathons on all 7 continents and most recently earned his 5th six-star medal from Abbott World Marathon Majors. After he completed the Tokyo Marathon in March for the 5th straight time, the organization notified him that he is the oldest runner ever to receive 5 six-star medals. A communications officer for World Marathon Majors said the organization receives results from each major marathon and inserts them into its system. The system matches the results to runners who have created profiles on its site and awards them stars for each major run. Chakrabarty did not start running until he was 50. He started at shorter distances, but was inspired to challenge himself more when he noticed colleagues had begun to reap health benefits from running in marathons. Over the years, he has done the Boston and New York marathons 7 times, Berlin, London, Chicago, and Tokyo 6 times each, and Calgary 4. In 2025, after finishing the Tokyo race, he did the Boston and London marathons 6 days apart. In 2023, 2024, and 2025, he ran 6 world major marathons in each year. 3 marathons he completed while ill with a fever, strep throat, and the flu. His fastest time is 3 hours 47 minutes and 13 seconds in 2009 in St. George, Utah. In 2010, Chakrabarty was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and in 2015, it was discovered that he had a 90+% arterial that required an emergency angioplasty. At the time, a nurse told him she was glad she wasn't married to him. Since then, he has completed 21 more major marathons, currently as a participant in the 75 to 79-year-old age division. Marathon running isn't fun, but you get a medal, which is different from every other sport, he said. In others, if you come home worse than third, ended. In marathon running, everyone gets recognized as long as you cross the finish line by an allotted time. His life's journey has taken him from Matlab, Bangladesh, where his family had no electricity or safe drinking water and had to protect their food from wild monkeys. When Tapantosh was in 6th grade, his dad died from cholera. In 1971, Chakrabarty and his mother fled Bangladesh at the start of a 9-month war with Pakistan. They walked for 2 weeks, mostly at night when it was safest, and stayed with strangers until they crossed the border with India. There, they lived in a hut given by his maternal aunt near a refugee camp for 9 months, subsiding on nothing but lentils and rice. After the war ended, he continued his studies at the Bangladesh University of Engineering and Technology and ended up graduating at the top of his class, and then stayed on as lecturer. After he arrived in Canada, he got a master's and a PhD in 2 fields over 4 years from the University of Waterloo and finished as the top student in chemical engineering. That led him to be hired by Imperial Oil and after that by Exxon as a petroleum engineer. He has more stories about his marathons than can be mentioned. Once he competed in a race at the Entebbe Wildlife Safari Conservancy in South Africa, where wildlife officials line the course to prevent runners from being eaten by lions and other wild animals. And in May of 2013, he competed in a race that began at the first base camp on Mount Everest. He flew into Kathmandu, Nepal, with other runners well ahead of time to acclimate himself to the altitude. From there, the group flew to Lukla, which is renowned as the world's most dangerous airport owing to its short runway, deep descent, and rapidly changing weather. From there, he and a group of runners trekked for 9 days to the first base camp, which was near the starting line. Chakrabarty doesn't do marathons for the money. In fact, he pays for his own travel and entry fees through retirement funds. He sees other benefits. "I'm alive because I am running," he said. "I am an example of a marathon's power to heal. Those times I ran while ill, I had immediate relief from my symptoms." He has become famous in Bangladesh. "I have started a revolution," he said. 15 years ago, there was not a single marathon there. Now there are so many half marathons and marathons that you wouldn't believe it. Editor